Let's dive into it.
Come on, let's do it.
Good conversation already, man. What is up, and welcome to another episode of the Miseducation of Music. You are here with J-Treb as always, but today I have a special guest in the building, man. Not only the engineer and not only the Chicago native, man. We have the DJ, Ryan Moses, in the building, man. Mixed by Moses. What's up, man?
We just gonna act like people here.
Oh, no, there's always, we had him in post. So, you know, when you watch the episode back, there'll be some claps in there for you, man.
Gotcha. Lots
we don't got
claps.
the live studio audience, you know. But hey, man, thank you so much for taking some time out to come on this show, man. Say what's up to the people.
Man, I want to say what's up to you first. Thank you for having me, bro.
Not a problem.
I really appreciate that, man. Like just knowing that people like recognize you. You know, that's cool. You know?
Yeah, no, because I mean, like, just some backstory about how we put this one together. I saw you at a show where you were DJing for Kalia, and I was like, I've seen you before. I saw you at Fada's listening party. I was like, man, I gotta make a connect now. Like, bro, we gotta get an episode off. I've seen you do too many cool things in person as far as just your DJ.
Yeah, bro.
Your ability to get an entire crowd to focus in, like, I'm talking seconds. I'm talking 2 tracks, bro. Like, I remember you getting up there at the, I think it was the Skyline show for Real Ones, and I think you hit like Where's the Party by Jagged. You brought everybody in the room. Like, it went from talking to man. we're ready to look. So I was like, bro, that's a real DJ. Somebody who knows how to command the crowd, bro.
Music is really powerful, bro. And that's what I really like about it, man. Like, I can play any song and people are gonna move a certain way.
Yeah,
you know,
like it's almost like playing Puppet Master in a sense. Like,
yeah,
it's like I can make you move with these songs because I know how to put them together.
I can make you happy. I can make you sad. I can make you mad.
I can make you think about that person you ain't supposed to be talking to tonight.
I can make you forget that person. Like
it's like, man, I can put on a set that'll make you forget everything that was going on. That's so beautiful, G. We got to dive into it because I feel like DJs, you all have to have such an understanding of music that's deeper than your average listener, your average artist, because you have to know what it's going to do in a setting, and you got to judge a crowd in seconds.
Yeah.
You got to get in that room and you got to go, who's in here? What does it look like? You got to make a couple judgment calls, feel the crowd based on the songs. And like that's such a unique skill. How did you get started in this, man? How did you even realize music had the capability? What's the childhood things that got you interested?
Man, so I always gravitated towards music. I grew up here in Chicago and just hearing my parents throw house parties and just hearing like house music.
And seeing what happens when that one song come on, everybody.
Just the ladies lose their mind and the men just like, yeah.
People were in the middle of like talking and that song that came on and made everybody be like, no, we can't talk no more.
But it's like the flip side to this high energy to like my parents just hanging out like with their best friends. It's a couple. And they just like sitting down at the table and this song come on, everybody just be like, woo!
It's only 4 people in the room and they just
and you can leave them.
and they whole energy.
Yeah, but it's still the energy about it. You know, it's just this thing, this record, this however many minutes and seconds that somebody made is powerful. It makes people do certain things. So I saw that at a very young age. And I used to like research music on my own. Like in high school, I used to walk around with headphones.
What era is this? Is this LimeWire era, Dat Piff era?
So, bro, I've YouTube.
Okay.
I've always been a YouTube kid, man.
Okay, so you was on YouTube early then, because I mean, early YouTube before they even did the like monetization, everything. Every single song was on there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like how people look at Spotify and like Apple Music today. I'm like, that was like 2008 YouTube.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
And then they had the whole copyright thing happen, and then all the music disappeared once. It was like the Fire Nation attack.
I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube because I love it to death, but I be wanting to throw that shit away so bad because of the ads.
Man.
I be so close to buying a subscription, bro.
I've been on it for 3 years.
Nigga, no, I've been on this shit for like 10 years. I'm not paying you.
See, I was there for the longest, and then how I did it. So I mean, full disclosure, because there's no way in hell I would pay the price that they would ask. But like, exactly. I did a family plan with my sister, her husband, some other people
for YouTube.
Yeah, for YouTube, and we do the yearly. Change the whole game up because then you only pay, I think it's like $45 per person.
Is it any ads at all?
No ads. I haven't seen an ad on YouTube in 3 years. One day we had a lapse on it one time, and I saw an ad one day, and I texted my sister immediately and was like, "Yo, what you need? How much do I need to send?
We gotta fix this.
You can't go back. That's the crazy part. But I mean, like I watch YouTube like it's TV. I've been on it since '07. So like my shows that I watch, the YouTube podcast, everything. I've been on there since like before Smosh was a real channel. You know, where they was just doing covers, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's like it's super crazy to see how it's gone from there. But like you was on there early with the music.
Yeah, man. I just used to just look at music videos, and something that I used to do, like when I first started, I started DJing the summer that I graduated from high school.
Okay.
I was playing baseball and basketball like all my
And is
life.
this like taking it serious DJing, or is this like I just got my first set of tables time?
So I downloaded this program called Virtual DJ.
Yes, man. Virtual DJ 7 was my life.
Yeah. So I started off with just playing with the music that I was already listening to. Back then, I was like real A$AP Rocky, Schoolboy Q, a little bit of Kid Cudi there, but I love Travis Scott.
Okay.
So I was
early Travis, I'm assuming that's like
just like man. Back then it was Al Farrow before he dropped Days Before.
Okay, so that's early. Yeah, you was there.
Yeah, so I was really just experimenting with the music that I already was listening to, and I started off DJing by making mixes. Like I taught myself how to use this program. It was just like these knobs on there. You gotta use your mouse.
Yeah, you gotta click and drag.
Yeah, you know. So it was really just me teaching myself how to use this program, and through that I learned how to DJ.
And that's when you were like, okay, now it's time to we full up. I'm gonna say I'm a DJ now.
Not even that, bro, because I was just recording mixes for that whole summer, really.
And were you dropping them at all, or
no? I was just recording them because that would be the music that I would listen to. I would just listen to.
You were making these for you before everything else.
Yeah, I was making them for me, but really, like, I was like studying my mix, and I think that's like why, like, just like I don't brag at all, really. But
no, it's
like,
fine, dude. The show is about you today.
I mean, but
you can brag.
I'm cold as hell. I'm cold, but the reason why I feel like I'm like that is because of like how I used to critique my mixes.
You'd be like, "Oh man, you were supposed to change that on the beat."
Yeah,
before,
like I should have
waited too long. That's the wrong song.
I should have came in here. Like I should have like did something different with the EQ here. I should have filtered a lot faster or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, look, I'm not even gonna say that's a brag. You put in your 10,000 hours. This is you just knowing what's gonna work. Because I mean, like that's probably the ability of working on the fly. It has to come from there. Where you're like, I already know how that's gonna sound together because I've heard it 1,000 times. Yeah, I've heard it right. I've heard it wrong. I know how I can do it in this setting right here.
And really, like going anywhere and knowing that you can play on any equipment. Like, because DJing.
Oh yeah, no. If you started with a mouse, I'm positive we could put you on anything. That's anybody who started making their mixes fading and trying to jump a trackpad across the screen.
Yep, trackpad shouting. Yeah, but yeah, I started like that, bro. Yeah, and I would show it to my friends. Shout out to Cassius Tay and Juwan, the director. I used to just show them my mixes. They'd critique it. I used to work at damn, it's escaping me. Water park.
Okay.
I don't know why you thought I was gonna say.
It's like, what is
I
the
used
word
to work
at.
I'm a scientist or some shit. No, I used to work at a water park in Calumet City. Actually, my first day working there was this very day that I took my last final for high school. I took my final, turned it in, and drove to work.
It was like, it's time to be a lifeguard.
Yeah, so I used to ask my coworkers to give me 5 to 10 songs. Just any song that you like, I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna add songs that are
fit that vibe.
Yeah, fit the vibe, that are similar in speed or something like that, and I would make you a mix. And that would just be like my way to challenge myself. And I used to give it to them. They were always happy. And yeah, just mixes, bro. That's really where I learned how to make mixes.
Gee. Yeah. Now, who is the person who, like, I guess, or maybe it may not be like one individual person, but like, what kind of gave you that energy to be like, okay, now I need to just like full force be a DJ? Like, where does that come into this equation? Was it the people homies giving you those tapes? Like, you were getting the tapes?
It was really the homies, bro. The homies. Like, I saw, man. That's really why. That's another reason why I'm really big on friendship, because I've like reaped the benefits of like having friends and friends that like have something going for themselves.
Yeah,
that
people who have drive next to you.
yeah, that you know, they have this thing that they're passionate about that drives them. So I saw how hard Cassius and Jawan were working. Because I used to get off work from the water park and just go straight over there. And even when days that I didn't go to work, I'd be over there on the block with them. Me and Jawan, we would go out, like, you know, I'd get in the car and go anywhere. So we'll go out and do stuff. You know, at night we doing wild shit. And Cassius, he used to stay in the crib.
He'd be like, "No, I got a song."
Exactly. My young ass brains was like, all right, nigga, shit, we finna go have fun. But I didn't understand. He's like, nah, like I'm working on something. Yeah. Yeah, he was doing that for summers at a time.
Man, and shout out to both of the brothers,
bro. And then he came out with his first tape.
Yep.
And it was just like, oh,
it's like that's what happens when you just stay inside and focus.
Yeah. But it was amazing. Like just seeing him do that, and then on the other end with Jawan, we would be out. But whenever I go over their crib for the first time, like in the day, he will always be doing some with videos. He'll be studying the video or he'll be doing one of his videos. So really, I saw how hard they worked at their craft. And that made me want to work in my craft. So instead of just coming over there just to hang out, I bring my laptop.
I was like, man, I can just work here too.
Yeah, like,
it's like you working, I'll work.
We just chilling. Yeah, just being in an environment with other people who are passionate about the stuff that they do made me passionate. Yeah. And that's awesome. Yeah, that's how I got started, honestly.
Man, that's awesome. Now, look, you took it to levels, though. So you went from chilling in the crib, working with everybody, and then you ended up in D.C. I'm sure there's something that led us over there, but, like, how did you end up then getting residencies in another state? Like,
it's really my experience at my college, Alcorn State. So I was down there for 5 years. I DJed down there for the last 2. I was still like doing little stuff here and there, like my first 3 years. It was really just me still making mixes in the room and just like having like lab sessions. You know, my homie Trey, I actually got him DJing. Like he saw what I was doing with the mixes, and then he downloaded the software too. And then he started playing with it. We actually used to DJ on a Bluetooth together. So like, well, I'll have my Bluetooth. This shit was
y'all
so
had 2 Bluetooth speakers doing a quick aux battle.
We going back to back.
Oh my god, man! The latency had to be crazy.
Yo,
you had to count 3 seconds to make sure you was gonna be on time.
That helped me become better.
I mean, it had to.
Unless you was experiencing this latency, bro. Yeah. Like that was something that actually I took that as a challenge.
Because it was just like, okay, so not only do I have to be on beat, I got to be on beat, plus I got to like
go.
Count it's probably like Bluetooth 3.0. This ain't even a new one. Bro. That's damn near low latency. Like, man, that's so awesome though. Just to like, it was fun. Imagine that happening.
Like, we were for real doing that. Like I would be over here at this table DJing. And then he'll be on that couch looking up. He'll just be like, "What's the BPM?" I'm like 84. And he choose a song and it just
and y'all just go in there.
We in there smoking. We just passing the joint back and forth. We would invite people to the room. You know, they'll get on. We'll stop playing songs and start playing instrumentals. We got niggas in the room rapping and shit. Like it was like a cipher.
Okay, so
it turned into a cipher.
I was about to say you created the room, so you were pretty much the person to come to if you were a rapper trying to just be around the shit.
Yeah, really, bro. So we spent the first. I met Trey my sophomore year. The spring semester of my first year. Okay. So I was with that dude like every day. Okay. So we were doing that for 2.5 years or so, and then my 4th year. My senior year, I drove my truck down there for the first time, and it was loaded with all my equipment. I had 15-inch Harbinger. It's kind of weird how to say it, but there's just some powered speakers. I had a generator, cords. Something that my pops always told me is just like have your own stuff.
Yeah, have the means.
Yeah, and I don't like asking people for things. Like I'd rather have my own stuff so I can move how I want to move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like if I want to do a show at 2 a.m, I don't want to have to ask somebody.
I'm gonna get the fuck up and do the show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I brought my equipment down my senior year, and then the first thing I did on the yard that I remember with my own stuff was I think it was Meet the Greeks, because like that's like within the first week or something.
Yeah, I was about to say this sounds like a rush activity almost.
Yeah,
It's like this is early.
Yeah, so it was like within the first couple weeks of school, I did Meet the Greeks, and I did a good job. And then the people who have stuff on the yard are the Greeks.
Yeah, I was about to say. So you were DJing the party that all the people who throw the parties were at.
That's how.
And that changed the game.
That held me for 2 years.
2 years of consistency based off that event.
You do a good job, and you know, I picked up a lot of skills from DJing, but that taught me just do a great job one time.
One time. You never know who's there.
Good.
Like it's like you never know who's going to be there. You never know what connection you can make, because that one time could be okay. Now you're the DJ who's doing all of their things over here. Yeah. So now you have more chances for that one time with someone else.
Exactly. Continue to do a good job. Yeah. Like, you know, don't be an asshole. Don't turn into an asshole.
But you got to treat each one like it could really be that one perfect one.
Exactly.
Like this could be the one where it's like I played the right song in the back, and now this person wants me to do their thing.
Yeah, even stuff now, bro. Like you never know who's in the room.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like moving in Chicago, I've noticed that more times than a few. Like it's pretty crazy where you'll be like,
yeah, bro,
who's in here? And that person's now talking to that person. Yeah. And I'm just in the back because I'm like, I know so much about Chicago. I'm just like,
bro.
Oh, I really want to see them do something. Because I'm like, I can't believe those two people connected. And that's literally just because people here are going to give it damn near they all every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, man, that's so dope, G. So that's got you floated for 2 years. You're DJing. I feel like those 2 years probably gave you that confidence to, you know, be like, this is something you could do for real. And then you took it over to DC.
Yeah.
Like, man, like what? That's such a jump.
Man,
like,
but really the things that I learned during those 2 years in college, bro, like it really it gave me the confidence to move to DC and be able to do it out there. Because
so saying in a place that people don't know you, hey, I'm a DJ, like that's got to be a moment. That's got to be almost something where you're like, oh, like this is my moniker. This is actually what I am now.
Yeah, I mean,
you went somewhere new.
Yeah, I can't. Well, really, like I went somewhere new for college. I didn't know anybody down there.
Yeah,
I didn't know a soul.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, you're just doing the same thing again.
Yeah,
but you started back from that 0 point almost.
So seeing myself do it in college really prepared me for DC. But the thing about the last 2 years that I was in college, I was doing everything on the yard. I was doing parties, like club parties. Then I would the next day it's like a talent show or something like that. Then we got
versatility.
Yeah, like we got poetry night or something like that. This open mic here, you know, or like I was DJing for this radio show out there. Or if it's just dead one night, I'm gonna bring my shit out to the parking lot. 2 hours later, it's a full blown party. You know, I had to learn how to do different things. But what gave me the confidence was seeing how the yard accepted me. Because back then I went by Stigger Savage, and people used to call me Stigger. But I never introduced myself as this name.
Yeah, it was like, nah, they just know you.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, like this is the DJ, this is Stigger, you know. So I always thought that was cool because I created something and I saw people believe in it. Yeah. So really, that's what gave me the confidence. Like, oh, okay, like I got this, you know. So when I graduated, I moved back home and I was here for like a year. Then I moved out to DC. I wasn't DJing at the time; I was getting my life together. But once I started DJing again, it was just like, bro, I did this shit already. Like,
man, this is like riding a bike.
Yeah, I can do this. Like I'm somewhere completely new. I got new friends now. I'm in a totally different location, but I've done this already. Like you know exactly what to do. That's
you're
exactly
living in some real confidence of yourself. I mean, it's just knowing what you know, but that's so awesome that you can move in that.
You watch yourself do it. Like you can't forget the things that you do.
Man,
you can't forget the things you accomplish. Really.
That's what's up, G.
Yeah.
Man, so you were talking about the confidence that it took to even go over to DC. Now, I kind of want to talk about, like, that experience of being over there. Like, what was it like? Because you said you took that first year just working. Because, I mean, also, I want people to know at home, you were doing all this stuff in DC while you had a full-time job.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's already crazy. Like, bro, I was reading the list of where you had, like, residencies and where you were DJing at, and I was like, this list is long. Like, this isn't, you had one place you went to on Thursdays. This was, like, numerous locations. Mm-hmm. So you really, like, you made a footprint there. Like, you didn't just go there and sit down. Yeah. Like, what was that like, and how was that whole experience?
Man, it was fun. It was fun. Man, I had my own place out there. I stayed in Alexandria. So Alexandria is maybe like 10, 15 minutes from D.C. Mm-hmm. I just take a 10, 15-minute drive down GW Parkway, go right over the bridge. I'm in D.C. So I really liked it out there. The friends that I made out there were part of my frat and my sorority sisters, and I really met them first and just met everyone through them, really.
We were talking about that beforehand, but like just that network that you can get from like being in fraternities and sororities, it's got to be so cool because you're just like, I can go anywhere, and if I see somebody in these colors, if they stand for what I stand for and they understood the principles of what we agreed to in this frat, I know they're good people.
That's truly that's so awesome. Truly how I feel, bro. Like I can go anywhere in the world and meet and find a friend. Man. Yeah, like and we don't have to wear the same colors either, you know.
But it's just the shared experience of just being in Greek life.
Yeah, like it's just like an understood thing. Most of the time.
Most of the time,
people be tripping. But man, DC was a lot of fun, bro. My friends out there, my homie Taji, like he really like pushed me to. He challenged me. He like low key like checked me one day. I was just like,
hey man, we all need that homie though.
I really do appreciate that because it was around the time to where I was like getting back into DJing, and he put me onto this thing called Selection, and I had no idea what Selection was at this point. And I think at that point, bro, I had been like DJing for like 6-7 years.
Okay, established in the game.
Had no idea what this beautiful thing
I was about to say, Selection is amazing.
Yeah, man. I saw what Joe K, the creator of Selection, I saw what he created, and I was just like, this is literally everything that I've ever wanted to do. I just want to make mixes, and I want people to listen to them.
It's like, I just want you to listen to good music and kind of lose some time over it.
Like, yeah, but like to see how he grew this thing, it was just like, yo, like this thing exists. This thing that I've always wanted to do but never knew how to describe, it exists. It's successful too. This shit is still going. So I met Taji through music, through the frat, and we bonded with music. Like Taji like talks in movie clips and song lyrics, and I just don't have that registry in my brain.
Really? So that's right up my alley.
No, like I remember beats. And I remember how certain songs made me feel, but I don't know what the fuck this nigga's saying. Like,
really? That's I'm super big on lyrics.
Yeah, like I used to listen to rock music, bro. Like, and I still do. I love rock music. And I don't care about what they're saying.
Yeah, that's not what you're going for. The energy they're giving off.
Their voice is like an instrument, really. Yeah. So yeah, man. Taji checked me one day. He was like, I asked him something along the lines of like, do you think I can do this or something like that. It wasn't that, but it was something along those lines, just like trying to get a real answer out of him.
Yeah, a genuine like asking like, hey, you think I got the chops for like pulling this one off? Yeah,
he was like, I think you can do this. You're a cold DJ. I honestly think you're better than a lot of people. I'm not going to name drop the people that he...
Oh, but he was... Okay, I was about to say, because this had to be a talk with homies, so he was like, bro, you better than that.
Yeah, he was like, bro, like you mix better than half of the people I've ever heard.
Man.
But I don't think you dig for music enough.
Oh, so like almost like the putting people on to something they may not...
No, it's just like just... Because when I say digging for music, it's just like on a hunt for shit that people don't have.
Yeah, like always playing that track where it's like I put you on to that one. You
Yeah,
don't
or
remember
just
me because I put you on to
right,
this
or
song.
you being out somewhere and you just like, what is this? Like, this is phenomenal. What is happening to my ears?
Yeah.
And you look at the DJ
and the DJ
and it's
knew
me.
that song was going to be.
Yeah, like it's, so. But he was when he told me that, I didn't say anything. We was in the car. He was taking me home, and I didn't say anything. I was just like, And
I was like, I'll process that answer.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. And before I got out the car, I was like, honestly, bro, I felt a type of way when you said that, but you right.
It was like, I think I feel a type of way because you right. Like type shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't towards him. It was just like the fact that like, oh, like I don't dig for music enough.
Yeah.
And really ever since then is when I started that was the spark for my DJ career in DC. Was him saying that to me.
And you were just like, well, now I gotta dig.
Like,
now I gotta find the music. Now I gotta go everywhere.
You have me fucked up. Like I'm
I had to prove that one wrong. You had to be like, well, if that's what I'm missing, I'll add it.
Yeah, and that's literally what I did.
Man, that's crazy. And I mean, that eventually led to you doing a festival. So like, how did you end up getting there from getting out the car with your homie telling
you? The one in LA?
Yeah.
Damn, you know about that shit? Man, that's crazy, bro.
Man, come on.
This guy.
You on the show, bro. I got to do my research.
Man, that's love, bro. So it was my first time in LA with Taji. I had been out to LA before, but it was with my family. You know, we were going to Universal Studios.
It wasn't like a work trip.
Take me to the hood. Like, where are we? Where's the chicken?
Like, where's the spot that I'm not gonna find on Google? Because
yes, bro.
Like,
damn, give me some Mexican food, bro. Shit. So yeah, first time in LA was with Taji. We went to this spot. His mom lives out there.
Okay. And he had to connect.
Yeah, like he kind of knows like where to go and shit. He knew about this breakfast spot. I love breakfast, by the way. Love that shit. He took me to a breakfast spot called The Griddle. I don't know if it's still open, but it's in the hills.
Okay.
So we get out there, and we I think we there for brunch or some shit. They got some fat ass pancakes. So we order food and then we order mimosas and shit. It's just us two. We chilling, like we talking music, of course, and then we just looking at this beautiful view and shit. So we talk. This nigga has the audacity to challenge me on it was a Michael Jackson video.
Okay.
He was telling me that him like leaning was in a different video than Smooth Criminal.
Oh man!
It's like, nigga, no, you're
wrong. And it's like, bro, I put 100 on it right now.
Like what are we talking about? Yeah, like so.
It's called the Smooth Criminal Lean.
Right, right. Yeah, like the video.
He was like, bro, that's what. Do you remember the time, bro? Like, what you talking about?
It was something ridiculous like that. I was like,
he was like, bro, he leaned in front of Eddie Murphy, bro. Like, it's in. Remember the time?
You're wrong, bro. And he was like, no. So our waitress, my friend now, her name is Izzy.
Shout out to that connection. It was a waitress and now a friend. I love that connection.
The waitress came and she heard us arguing. And Tyler was like, oh, excuse me, ma'am. We just having an argument right now. We just need a third party to this. What's the answer? And then she's like, Smooth Criminal. I was like, told your dumb ass. Like, what are we talking about? So yeah, we got to know Izzy there. And then
literally off of this crazy argument of Smooth Criminal leads.
Yeah, she give us the answer and we talking, we just like, we just out of town, we DJs. And she's like, oh, I'm a DJ. She's like, oh, fuck.
Man.
Crazy, right?
Serendipity.
Crazy. So, I think we asked her, because I was like real heavy in the house at that point. I think I asked her like where are like the house clubs or something.
Where do I go to play this house music?
Yeah, where can I play and listen to house? And she's like, well, I'm a house DJ. Like,
oh man, perfect.
I could put you on. So I found out about that festival through Izzy.
That's awesome, dude. This literally happened off of you going to a local breakfast spot and an argument about Michael Jackson leaning in the Smooth Criminal.
And our waitress was like, he's right. Oh yeah, I DJ too, by the way.
It's like, he's right, and we are all DJs. That's one of those stories that I'm so glad that I have you on the show to tell that.
Yeah,
that's the stories we need, bro.
Shout out to Izzy.
That's so awesome, G.
Yeah, man.
So literally, you just going out there with the homie, you end up with an incredible opportunity. like at the end of it, you're DJing festivals and things like that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome to see your progression. And I mean, like you went out, like it seems like you went down to school, you got all of this knowledge, this confidence. You went over to DC, knowledge, confidence. You went over to LA, same thing there.
Yeah.
And then you brought it back home, bro. So I gotta know,
man.
what made you come?
Yeah.
So you had some prior connections there.
Yeah,
Lincoln Hall. It's one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, at the time I was trying to get into engineering, like audio engineering. I actually want to go to Columbia for it, but my parents was like, "Man, we ain't got it."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we ain't got it. So, but my understanding and knowledge as a DJ was just like, okay, well, you can't go to school, just start meeting people.
Learn it.
Yeah,
Learn it from someone who already knows it.
Exactly.
Like,
So crazy story. I was somewhere else seeing somebody that I had met, just like supporting them because they had a show. I think it was like on Bourbon on the Vision or some shit. And Femdot was where he was doing a free show. It was his it was a show to where he did his scholarship. The Delacrim.
Oh yeah, the Delacrim Scholars. Man, shout out to Fem and shout out to Delacrim Scholars, man. We got some cool shit in this city, bro.
Absolutely.
Some cool shit in this city.
Yeah, so he was doing that show at Lincoln Hall. And I knew of Femdot through Cassius. But I went to the show and, I'm watching the show. I'm listening. I'm really just listening. But I'm watching the engineer. I didn't know his name at the time. His name is Chris. And after the show ended, and I just wanted to like ask him some questions, like, "Hey man, like, what do I do?" Like,
it's like, man, what were you doing when you plugged that wire to there? And you did that to
well, really, like, how can I do what you do? Like, because this is phenomenal. It sounds great in here. So, the show was a lot, and when Chris like gets in these modes to where it's just a lot, he's just like, okay, what needs to be done? Okay, this is. You trying to talk? Just 1 second.
It's very like task oriented, which I feel every audio person I've ever seen at a live show, they are laser focused.
Oh yeah,
like they cannot be distracted.
Yeah, don't talk to me. No,
it's real. It's like my ears are being used right now. I'm listening to the whole venue at all times.
Exactly, exactly. You would anyway. Yeah, so I talked to Chris after the show. And I was like, "Hey man, like, do you have any? I want to do this. I was thinking about going to Columbia." He was just like, "Don't go."
Every person who's gone to either Columbia, everybody who's gone to Columbia instead of this couch is pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah, he was like, "Don't go. You can learn this shit right here. Like, we actually have an internship program."
Like literally, like everybody's like, "Well, you need practical no matter if you go or you don't go. So just go get the practical knowledge."
Exactly.
Like,
So yeah, he told me about the internship program. I think I emailed. At this point, I didn't have a job either, so like I was very hungry to do.
It was like, what you got? Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, anything. Like, I'll drive anywhere. So yeah, he told me about the internship. I emailed him like the next week or so. So, hey man, like, you got any shows coming up that I can like just come and
shadow?
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, like we got one tomorrow. And I came tomorrow, the next day. I came and he told me like what needs to be done, like how to operate a show. As far as like rapping chords, like putting down like monitors and stuff like that. I didn't do no mixing.
Yeah, but he was like, you could definitely carry some speakers. Like,
yeah, that's funny. I learned how to operate the show, and at the end, he was like, "Yo, I fucking love you. You are in." Like,
he's like, it's pretty much this was your interview, and you passed.
Exactly. That's how I started working at Lincoln Hall. So when I was coming back, I still wanted to learn, so I just hit up Chris like, "Yo, man, I'm moving back home. Like, can I have my job?" And he's like, "Yeah, the fuck."
But I mean, hey, this goes back to the point you made about the DJing. When you do something, you did it right.
Do a good job.
When you went in there, you did a good job. So that when you hit him back up again, it was perfect. It was like, no, I want you back because I know you're gonna do a good job.
Exactly.
Like, man, that's awesome, G.
So, and I knew of Kalia back in 2018, 2019 when I was home. So I met Kalia like back then. But of course, like I moved. She don't remember me.
Yeah.
So I was doing a show at Lincoln Hall. So it's 2023 now. So yeah, the end of 2022, I moved back home last July.
Yep.
So I started working back at Lincoln Hall. Then Kalia was at a show at Lincoln Hall, and she saw me at this point at Lincoln Hall. I've mixed shows now. Like Chris, like if Chris don't feel like doing it, or if I ask him, can I do this show?
Yeah.
like he'll let me do
that
it.
trust is there now.
Yeah, like he's taught me enough to be able to pass this off.
Yeah.
So I was mixing the show at Lincoln Hall, and Kalia saw it, and I came out of front of house, and I was doing something in the lobby or something like that, and I saw Kalia. It's like, oh shit, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? And she was like, man, yeah, I saw you out there. Like, it sounds phenomenal. I need an engineer. And I was just like, well, like I'm still new to this, but I would love to help you. I DJ too. She, well, I need a DJ too.
It was like, look at that, 2 for 1, bro.
Yeah,
Let him do it.
We exchanged information, and then I did a show. I don't remember what our first show was, but I did a good job.
I'm telling you, bro. I was at the show, the Skyline one, and your ability to do that quick set.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of DJs really don't put enough emphasis on being able to do that quick before the artists get upset to get the crowd hype. Yours is so perfect.
Thank you.
It's like, bro, it's the most memorable. Before we get too far away, you're talking about how you work with all these artists. You're talking about how you at Lincoln Hall, you doing all your audio stuff. Mm-hmm. I do have to ask about No Request.
Yeah.
Like, this is some of the coolest things I've ever seen. It reminds me very much of like different eras, like early SoundCloud almost, when DJs would just give me big sets on there. I love that energy. So I was listening through those just like before this, like I was listening to them this morning. Cool. They're so perfectly mixed of like how, and I mean, I think, I forget which number, but you have one where you come in with Poetic Justice and it's like, it's not what you think. You subvert expectations so well with that set. Yeah. And I want to know just about this entire thing. Like, how'd you come up with the idea? Is the goal to subvert expectations that much? Like, because I mean, like, when I turn it on, I'm just like, oh, I have no clue where you're going next. Yeah. Like, I can't guess the next song to save my life, and I love that about it. Yeah, like, some DJs, like, I'm that friend where when I'm with my homies at a show, I'm like, they're going to play this next. Yeah. And then they play it, or they're going to play this next. And I always know, because I'm just like, this is the BPM, this is the song you choose, I know where you're going. Bro. And that one, I'm telling you, bro, there's not a single No Request where I could be like, oh, shit, how did he do that? Yeah. Like, every single track is like, whoa, this is not the song. This isn't even the BPM. Like, type of shit.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It started off with me wanting to create something bigger than myself, like a selection. And I didn't know what to call it. I was just like in my head too much about like what this should be, because I was thinking about like the long term.
Yeah. Like, if this is 10 years from now, you need a name that still sounds cool.
Exactly. Exactly. I need a name that's going...
People forget about that part of creating, where it's like, you need a name that sounds cool 10 years from now, when all the new fans are coming in.
And people think about that too much, too, like me. So, honestly, bro, like, I already wanted to do something like that. I wanted to have a mix series. I wanted to have a radio show. Where I present my mixes and everything. But one day, it was a Sunday, and I got outside, and it was just a beautiful day here in Chicago. I'm doing errands. I'm at the grocery store, and at the whole time, I'm listening to stuff on SoundCloud that I never heard before. Just these beautiful edits and these hard ass beats, and it just got me inspired to make something. And I did. And the thing that I made was the first episode to No Request. And at the time, I didn't have a name for it. It was just, I think I called that shit like Sunday Morning. It was a beautiful day or some shit.
It's just like, I just had to name it after whatever was happening.
Exactly. I just named it what I was feeling that day. So, it started off like that. The first song, that Poetic Justice edit, I knew that I wanted to start like that.
I mean, it's a perfect start. Because it's like, once you hear the music, you have no clue Poetic Justice is coming up. Yeah. Like, that's why it hits so hard. Because you're like, oh, you got me. Like, I'm locked in. I don't care how long this is, I'm sitting down. I'm listening.
And that's something that I learned by making those mixes all the way back when I first started. Like, your first transition needs to be fire. Yeah. Like your first,
it's like, that's the one that's gonna lock me in.
Exactly.
Your first, like your next 3 could low key be kind of bad. I'm gonna stay with it because I'm waiting for another one as good as the first one.
You in there? Yeah. Your first song needs to be fire, and your first transition needs to be flawless. Like at that, your second song needs to compliment the first, but your third song needs to be hard too. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I got you.
It's like you're here.
Yeah, you're here now.
I mean, that's honest. If you stay with somebody who's transferred over 3 songs already, you're like
you in there. You listening. You like, listen to this.
You're here for the music, now.
Right? Like, exactly. Yeah. So I knew for a fact. I knew that I wanted to start a mix with that song when I found the song. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh no, this is song number 1.
This is how you start.
Yeah, like
that's awesome, man. The ability to pick these tracks, it's not going unnoticed, man. Just from a fan, it is so amazing the way you pick and put these together. I do have a question that I ask every person who comes on this show because it's more of a creative question, and I do want to ask you as somebody who probably has to listen to so much music and who has to constantly be around this. How do you keep up with your creativity? So, I mean, like, for other people, like, for fostering their creativity, maybe, like, for an artist, it may be stepping away if they have writer's block or something like that. But for a DJ, what does that look like? How do you make sure that, like, you're ready when it's time to DJ? So if you got to go DJ this party, how do you make sure that, like, you'll be there and be able to give it the right tracks for the audience?
That's a good question. So I think for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it's first of all, I have to understand the venue, like the type of event that I'm DJing. Is it a club? Is it a bar? Is it a speakeasy?
Does that plays into like how you're gonna almost like tune your brain into getting ready?
Absolutely.
Like for okay. Yeah. Oh man, that's interesting.
Like I DJed for this birthday party. It was some guy that I never met was turning 50. It was at this spot called the Flower Firm. The owner of the spot, through different people, I got in touch with him, and he's friends with the guy that turned 50.
Okay, so this was like I got this through this, and then how do you like prepare your creativity for something like that? Because you got to come in there and still be the original. You gotta work that venue no matter what it is.
Yeah. So with that. The guy, he was of Spanish descent. At that point, like I don't know too many, like I didn't grow up like that. I'm not around that scene. So what I did is that I asked them for some songs that they would like to hear for that set. And that's a birthday party. It's a lot more personal, so you can do things like that.
Yeah.
Like if
you at the club.
Yeah, you at a club, like you need to like scout the club. You really, or you just need to come in there with all the confidence in the world. Like, no, this is what I'm playing, and then just gauge it like that. You need to be able to look up as a DJ and see if people are enjoying the party.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you play it by ear in that case? Because I mean, like I imagine that's probably where you're like. It might be the most strenuous in those moments where it's like you may have had 3 songs playing, but maybe the first 2 didn't go as hot. So now you got to really hit a pivot here. How do you... Like, I guess, like, if you find yourself stuck in a wall, how do you kind of get yourself out of that?
Look up.
It's still staring at the crowd? That's the default at all times?
Yeah, like, look at the crowd. Look who's in the crowd. Look who's... are people sitting down? If they are, play some shit that's going to get somebody up. Yeah. If they're standing up, keep them dancing. Yeah. No. If they're standing up, keep them up. If they're standing up, are they dancing? Yeah. Okay, if they're not, play some shit that's going to make them dance. If they're dancing, keep them dancing. Because, like, these venues want people to spend money at the bar. Yeah. People not coming in no place and dancing and not drinking.
Yeah, because it's like, no, the goal is to get you need a workout over here so that you go get your drink.
Yeah, that shit goes hand in hand. So you got to get people up, you got to get people dancing, and you got to get people singing. Like play some shit that...
I was about to say, do you go for that as a DJ? You want everybody in the crowd, like you want everybody screaming the lyrics, finishing the song and shit?
Not really me. Like I kind of like dip and dab in certain things, and I feel like that's really my style. Cause like I'll play some Spanish shit over here. I don't really play too much trap shit, but like I can. You know where to put it in if need be. Exactly. Yeah. Like I really stray away from trap just because of like how much of that I was doing in college. I used to watch the same party happen every weekend in college.
It was just like this song, then this song, then this song.
It's like,
and everybody's content.
Like, I'm tired of seeing you sing the same song. Like, you not tired of singing the same song every weekend? Like, no, man, like that's crazy. I'm tired of playing it.
It's like you really want to hear that again. You really want to hear that again.
Okay,
man, that's crazy. I feel that though, because I feel like that would probably push me if I was a DJ to be like, no, I'm not taking requests. Now you're just gonna get a whole new set. I would intentionally not play a single song from last week.
Yeah, bro.
I would be like, all of those are in a new folder called "Fuck Those Songs."
Yeah, yeah, but that's really where like my distaste for like mainstream, like the norm. And
I mean, yeah, that's if you go to the more, I guess, pop-ish. Like, if the DJ is playing anything that's on the Hot 100, you're going to get the same songs down the line, and then you'll be able to guess the end set. Because then they're just going to break it down to the popular tracks and then just go back in years until they catch the room. They're trying to see what year everybody was born. That's how they just, you'll hear the first song, and then it's like, okay, if they get to, like, get lower, it's like, oh, it's a little bit older here. It's a little bit older here tonight.
And even like to take a step further with that, like, I stay away from like the section culture. Like, I'm very like, what's the word I'm looking for, man?
Eclectic? I don't know.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm very, damn, I can't think of the word, but like, I don't just DJ anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not going to DJ anywhere where there's sections, where there's bottle service.
I feel
because like that
they want something specific there.
Right, like that's a certain vibe. Like places like that have a certain energy. They want to hear certain songs that I don't want to play.
That's what I'm saying. They want that new Drake song. No matter what the song sounded like, if it came out, they already want to hear it.
Exactly. Yeah, and the first thing we said on this episode was music is powerful. You know, music has energy.
It does.
And I used to see that all the time. I see it all the time as a DJ. Certain songs you play, you got niggas looking across the room like, who the fuck is this nigga over here? Like,
and it's like, bro, I don't want to give you the energy to check around.
Like, why are you look at this woman right here?
It's like bro, go dance.
Go dance. Go dance. Yeah, so I don't DJ for those type of events. Therefore, I don't play that type of music. You know, so if you looking for trap, you're not gonna be happy. Well, you're gonna be happy because I'm gonna play some good music, but
it's like it's not gonna be something that's gonna give you the energy to go fight somebody across the room.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I mean, music is really that powerful, and I feel like that's kind of like in the sense of you kind of protecting your own space. Like, I mean, I feel like you should kind of covet that. You should be like, this ain't the room for me. Maybe there's somebody for that room, but this ain't my room. Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty dope because I mean, you to have these different genres that you're dipping into, to have these different things you dip into, you kind of do have to set a hard, like, I'm not going to do that because you could do all of them if you wanted to. Yeah. But man, that's really awesome that you take the care, you know, to care about the craft there.
I care about this shit, man.
Man, I appreciate that, G, and I love that, man. Now, man, what do you got coming up next, G? Like, what is up next for Ryan Moses, Mixed by Moses out here in these streets, man? What's up next?
I got No Request. It's coming out every second Saturday of the month.
Yep. Make sure you following on SoundCloud.
Yes, please follow me on SoundCloud. It's just Ryan Moses, my name. No underscores, no nothing. When you see, just gonna be a big circle, big gold circle in my face. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it at all.
Yeah, so I have that going on every month. We're at I'm a part of a collective called We Hate Clubs. It's me and my boy 1981 Tokyo. Hey. We're at Blind Barber. We do We Hate Clubs Wednesdays there.
Shout
here
out,
in Chicago. We just expanded to the Whistler. We're there on Thursdays now.
Hey man, I can't wait. I'm gonna be at some of those.
For sure. I'm at the spot called Revolver. It's a little speakeasy. I really like places like that because I can really just play whatever I want.
I mean, that's always been my energy. Versus like, I mean, like when you got places like Punch House and like stuff like that. Like I like the little like everything's quiet.
Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah, like
I can really actually talk and hear music at the same time.
Yeah, like we can party or we can chill, or no matter what, the music's gonna be fire. Then I have I'm celebrating 10 years this year as a DJ.
Man, congratulations!
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm celebrating that at Easy Does It on September 2nd.
Yep.
It's a Saturday. Yeah, and I got a lot more things coming up, but those are the solidified dates.
Those are the ones we could tell you, man. You got to stay tuned so you can find out the rest, man.
Stay tuned.
Look, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I love when people
bro.
will take their time out of the day just to come over here so I can give you your flowers, man. I love to end every episode with a song from the artist because I usually got a rapper on or a singer or somebody. But I got you on, man, so I can play whatever. We can put one of your mixes up. You could shout out somebody else in the city.
All right.
Whatever song you want to play, that's what we're gonna put on the outro for, man.
So on SoundCloud, it's this song called My Heart. Mm-hmm. It's an edit of My Heart Belongs to You by Jodeci.
Okay.
It's fucking beautiful.
Who did it? We got a name?
This dude named Planet Giza, Giza.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, y'all are hearing that play in the background.
You are welcome.
Hey, shout out, man. Look, I appreciate that you put somebody on to it with an edit too. So that's dope, man. Look, y'all are hearing that song playing in the background. Thank you so much, Ryan Moses, for coming on this show today, man. Make sure you all are checking out this podcast every single week, man. Make sure you're playing it for everybody. Play it for your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your grandma, your aunt. Play it for your baby daddy, your cousin, the dog, the goldfish. Put it in your pocket while you're walking around. Turn the volume off. Give me a play for the day, man. And I'll see you here next week. Deuce.
See.